How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Waterside Workshop. So the first thing we're going to do this week is we're off to get a massive double sink with big bendy taps and stuff on it, 2 big drainers and a big shelf underneath. So we're going to do the trip to do that. We've got to go to Branch, is 2.5 hours or so from the unit, so we'll do that and I'll show you that once we get there. So I'm driving through the lanes and I've lost my headlights. I literally got nothing. I've got me side lights but no dip beam. Got main beam, but obviously I can't drive along on that. So I'm heading towards the unit and we're going to try and sort that out. Trouble is, on these, they're a nightmare. You have to take the whole bumper off just to change bulbs, which is a bit of a pain. So that's what I've got on main beam. But if I turn that off, I've got nothing. That's nearly dark, so it's not good. So I'm just getting over the unit without blinding too many people. And you can guess what I've got to do now. I've got to remove the bumper. Okay then, right, it's time to have a bit of a move around. Get the Volvo out and the Rover in. Got to move the Focus as well. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Volvo's looking pretty good after its paintwork last week, but I'm just leaving it now to settle before I start flattening the back and buffing it or anything. It's looking quite nice. I think we'll move this just under there, I think. She'll go. Should do. She's beeping away at me. Yep, good old girl. Careful I don't hit the old Rover behind me. Beep, 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 beep. Reversing sensors work. That should probably do to just get it out of the way for now. Under there. I've got to move the Rover over a bit so we can move the Volvo. It's the only trouble, we've got a couple too many cars here at the moment. Or a couple too many outside the door anyway. Pull this one over here. Come and get the Volvo. Hopefully you've still got power. Sounds like it. It's a bit damp. Oh, really? Don't know why I've done that. I do now, because the old cigarette lighter had a power pack thing plugged into it and that was charging. Charging, but the light was stuck on something. Okay, so that's staying there for now then. Let's see if we can get it in this gap as well then. It's going to be fun. It'll be a bit tight, but I'm sure we can do it. It's going to be a bit more of a pain to work on like that. Move this back over here. I've had it outside pumping up tyres on the cars outside. What I'll do is I'll get the battery charger and whack it on the Volvo and that will charge up overnight. Bit of a pain. You'll see on the car as I bring it in that we've only got side lights at the moment. While the bumper's off, I might as well have a look and see why that other little spotty light thing down the bottom there don't work properly. Heaters are nice and warm in here. It's going to be a tight one. We'll squeeze it. Not going to leave us much room to work, but should be enough to do what we've got to do. As always, put the windows down in case the car decides to lock the keys in. Shut the doors because it's very cold and very windy. Ooh, should better whack some heaters on now and get a bit of heat going in there. Hopefully, anyway. Yep, lovely jubbly. Right. We'll get some tools and stuff out and we'll start looking at this job of taking this apart. Okay, so as you can see, all the bumper and everything's off. I've got the lights out. Put the new bulbs in, so I'm now going to whack them on and hopefully we're going to get some side lights. No, side lights. We're going to get some dip beam. If you want to see how to do the whole job of taking the bumper off, I've got a separate video on the channel all about that. Let's see what we got. And we got some lights on. Right, so we've got side lights are working nicely. Should be dip beam. Yep, dip beams come on. Heaters have come on, but that's not a problem. And then we should have main beam. And it looks like we've got all our lights back. Whew. So it wasn't nothing to do with any wiring or fuses or nothing like that. It's just a new set of bulbs. You can see inside the bulbs, we've got the bulbs here. And you can see inside them that both the elements are completely blown. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera, but I'll give you a look. It's very hard to see. Can you see they're blown there? And both of them are like that, so that wasn't too bad a fix. It's a bit of a pain, you've got to take all the bumper off to do it, and they're going to bolt all the lights and everything back in as they should be. Got to put the earths and stuff back on down the side here, plugs back on the bumper and all that sort of stuff, but just thought I'd show you while I got it apart. And hopefully in an hour it's all back together. And that's another job ticked off the list. So I thought while I was in there, the headlights are actually quite faded and bitty and don't shine very well, so I'm going to whack the old sander with some 500, 800, 1200, 1500, go for all the grades and make these headlights look like they're brand new again. Didn't really want to knock all the bolts down, but it's going to, so we might as well. The idea is to take off a whole layer of lacquer, any of the horrible yellow stuff. Whole light a nice sort of smooth colour. You don't want no like bobbly bits of peeled lacquer and that sort of thing. And that should. try and get all the edges. See what I miss anything. So I think you get the idea. So what I'll do is I'll go for all the different grades, and then I'll start cutting back into it, and hopefully we'll start to get a nice shiny light. So I'll cut you back in a little while, because I don't think you want to see me watch me sand for half an hour. So I've done all the grades of sanding with the sander, and now just make myself some frothy water, nice and soapy, and now I've got to do the hand grades. You have to do this if you want to get a really nice finish. Get around all the edges, and hopefully I'll be able to show you a before and after with the other light on the other side when this one's finished. I know one thing, they're going to be so much better on the road, and they're going to be a lot better with no bulbs whatsoever, aren't they? I believe I lost both lights within a couple of days. So I thought, right, time to get over there, I better get them sorted. I'll just work my way through all the different grades, probably do it. And then probably 4 or 5 times, something like that. Depends how smooth that starts to come out when I do that. What I'm looking for is that it should start to go shiny before I even start polishing or compounding or buffing or anything like that. I can start getting a shine just from the sandpaper. Then we know we're in a good spot. This light was absolutely terrible. It was all yellow and horrible. You probably saw it in the video. What I'll do is I'll do the rest of these sand offs off camera. And I'm going to go to them 2 grades in there as well. And then I'll buff it, and we should have a crazy clear crystal light, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. I just thought I'd pop you back in and let you have a little look. So here's a sort of before and after. This is what the passenger side light looks like. I haven't touched that one. Pretty rough. If you get close, you can see all the bits and pieces on it, and all the bits of peely lacquer and all sorts of stuff. Not too nice. But if you come across over here, woohoo! Look at that beast. Look at that, lovely shiny light. That's what we want the other one to look like. So I'm going to carry on. Yes, that took me a fair while, but it's all part of the job. This one's mine anyway, so I want lovely clear lights, because as you know I do 16, 18, 20, 2 days, big old long trips sometimes, and I need my lights, especially when I've got a big old trailer and a big boat on the back, or a big car, van, etc. I need to be able to see where I'm going. So yeah, that's what you can get in probably an hour's, probably spent an hour on that one, and that's what it started as. I'm now about to come over onto this one, and then we'll have them both done. So just like magic, the passenger one is mint now as well. Crystal clear. Lovely job. Exactly what I was going for. What I've got to do now is seal them up. I shall either use a wax or a symmetric coat or something like that. But yeah, I'm pretty chuffed how they come out. They're looking lovely. And before they looked like a pair of lights that needed to be thrown away. So, pretty good. So she's all back together. And it's looking pretty smart with its nice shiny new lights. They look brand new, like I've just took them out of the box, don't they? Pretty impressed with that. I can't wait to try them down the road. At some point I'll give the whole car a really good valet over and make it shine right up, but you know what it's like when you've got your own business and stuff. It's hard to find time to work on your own stuff, but I had no choice. I had to get them done. Obviously we need headlights. The poor rest of the car is quite dirty. That need a really good wash and a really good flatten down and a good polish. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's fairly shiny, but it's a bit flat. I don't think it's ever been done. And it could be nicer. Looking at the old tyres there, got plenty of tread left on the old tyres. They're all like that as well, which is nice, as you can probably see. Lovely. Right, what's next? So I think I've decided while the car's indoors, because it's not very often this one's in, I'm going to get a blade and I'm going to really clean up this window screen and give it the old treatment like the lights and protect it and make it nice and shiny so we can see out of it nicely when we're cruising along the motorways, picking up new boats and new cars and watching the sunsets, etc. So I'm going to do that now. So if you've got a dirty windscreen or you seem like you can never clear it, this is definitely a good tip. It's a little blade and you literally just go over the whole window screen until there's nothing showing anymore. This will literally lift anything whatsoever, even stuff you can't see. Takes like a whole film off the screen, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean when you start doing it. It also lifts like all the watermarks and stuff like that. This one ain't been done for a long time by the looks of things. If it's ever even been done. Not a lot of people do this to their cars. Just something I know that works very well. You probably hear how rough us pulling stuff off. There's all sorts on the screen. Glues and all sorts by the looks of it. The only trouble with doing this is that obviously if there's a few little scratches, fine scratches and stuff from the wipers, that will show them up a lot more than what it would with this nasty film still all over your screen. It's not bad to do, as you can see. It's not taking me too long. Just got to get the angle right and just keep cutting away. Got to be careful I don't put any scratches on the screen as I'm doing it. Keep your blade nice and clean. Whew. Certainly making a huge difference already. I can see the difference just doing this, and that's without any cleaning steps and stuff like that afterwards. There is a few scratches on the window, but that's normal. So I think you get the idea. So I'm going to do the whole screen and get that all treated and looking good like the headlights. So that's the headlights sorted and the screen all sorted. Now all we've got to do is take it down the road and see how clear things are. So let's take it for a spin, see what our new lights shine like on the road. Should be crystal, should be really good. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Let's go and find out. Wow, to be fair, I'm just driving around through the industrial estate to the lock-up gates. I can tell they're absolutely brilliant. You'll see yourself in a second when we get some light going down the road. Look at that. Absolutely crystal clear, can see everything. Exactly what we wanted. Took a few hours, but you get what you put in, sort of thing, don't you? That's on main beam. That's my normal lights. Both are absolutely lovely. Crystal. Couldn't really ask for much more, so I'm pretty happy with that, as you can clearly tell. I would like to put some different spotlights in the bottom of the bumper, which I will do. Might have a look at a genuine set, or I might do a bit of a modification and put something else down there. We'll have to have a look and see what's about. But yeah, that was definitely well worth it. It's not only the light's good, obviously seeing through the screen being crystal clear makes a huge difference as well, but as you can see, that's going to be like that in the night time. It's going to be lovely during the daytime as well. Filming and stuff should be pretty cool. I'll have to do that on the cars that I take on the trips and stuff as well. When I go fishing and things like that, make sure the screens are always spotless and nice, and we'll get some nice filming. Right, I'm going to go back. I've got a load of editing to do, so I'm going to put quite a few hours into that. Edit a load of videos. I've got some Waterside Workshop car ones. I've got some walks and stuff like that to do. I've got some flooding ones. Oh, white owl, that was nice. Yeah, I've got all sorts to do, so I'm going to get on with that. So I'll see you in the morning. Okay everyone, so as you do, I've just been flicking through the old internet looking at some cars and stuff, and I've just come up with 2 or 3 different things. One was a Punto, one was a little van Corsa, high toppy thing, and a little Fiesta. And the lady come back to me on the Fiesta, so we're going to go ahead and buy that one. We're now going to hitch up the old trailer and stuff. We're going to head over to Lowestoft, which is an hour or so, and then we'll go from there. So let's get hooked up and we'll hopefully pick up a new car. It's failed its MOT on a couple of small bits, which I'll show you later on. Let's get it on the trailer and go from there. Joe's coming with us today. So we're in Lowestoft. That's the trip done. Just got to put the old postcode in now and actually get to the house. I'll whack it on the back and then I'll sort of stop somewhere and give you a little look around and let you see what we bought. It's lovely blue skies and sunny here. It's lovely. It's not hot though. It's still quite a northeasterly cold wind, which is a shame really, but it's not bad. It's been an alright trip. Right, so let's go pick this car up and I'll see you in a bit. So there you go everyone, she's on the trailer. I'll show you in more detail later. Got some funny little stickers on it. Hello. Not looking too bad, pretty dirty inside, few marks, but we'll go into detail over the unit. So I dropped the car off at the unit, and I just popped out down the local garage to fill up the big green jerry can to fill up the jet wash. So we'll go back to the unit in a minute, and I'll let you have a little look at the Fiesta. We'll take it for a little spin, and let's see what's what. Fingers crossed that'll all be good, and that'll be another one I've got to get on with. Give me 3 to do at the moment. That means I've got to do the Volvo, the Focus, and that. And then there's plenty more around I've got to do as well, so it's going to keep me busy. Right, I'm going to drop Joe off and we'll carry on. Okay, so you join me indoors now. I'm sanding down the whole front end, blending in all the new paint up into the wings, around the top of the headlight and up to the side of the edge of the wing here where it meets the bumper. We want it all to look sort of uniform and be as shiny and blend in the same sort of colours as on each panel so they don't stand out. So you blend them across without going through. Most of the time you can get a pretty good colour match. So that's what we're trying to do. Spent a fair bit of time on this front already. I'm now on sort of my second go on this side. Just have to keep going basically until it's all nice and smooth. There's no little bits of dust or anything in it, which to be fair I haven't actually got much in here at the moment, which is quite nice. But as you can probably hear, I've still got a bit of a rough surface on the top surface, which we don't want. That's there because I've left it a few days. If you sand it sort of quite quick, sort of maybe the next day or very close to when you've done it, you can do that. You can sand it back and then just leave it. You can't polish it up straight away because that will just shrink and you'll make a mess of the paint job. But you can definitely sand it the next day and leave it open so it can breathe and let all the stuff out that needs to come out. But now we're way past that. We're a few days in and we're just sort of blending everything in. Definitely working. The repair looks absolutely lovely. You would never know that's ever been touched, which is the idea. You want it all nice and tidy and blending in like nothing's happened. So I will still show you the Fiesta obviously, but it's pitch black outside now. It's actually got quite late now. I'll keep looking at that clock, that's not working still. I think it's roughly 8:30, something like that. But I did take it off the trailer and took it for a little spin, and the clutch, the gears and everything is just lovely and soft. It feels like a new car, to be honest, which is part of the reason why I bought it. It's only done 70,000 miles. It's had new clutch, all new brake lines, all new brake pipes, pads, discs, tyres. Trying to think, the list is huge. It was really good. And then that failed on a few bits on the MOT and the emissions. And the lady decided that it was time to sell it. So in I jumped, made her a very fair, sensible offer. Probably a little bit more than what most people would pay, but a little bit less than what I would have paid. If that makes sense. So that was a pretty good deal. It's had 3 owners from new, which is quite nice. Not bad at all really for an 03. But it's just the way it drives, it's unbelievable. You forget what car you're in and you think you're in a brand new car. That's so nice that drives. Hence why I bought it, because I thought really, really low mileage, been looked after, had money spent on it. It shouldn't take me too much to do my stuff on it, and we'll have a top-notch car. There is some stuff around it, there's some stickers on it and things like that I need to remove, and hope there's nothing underneath them and I don't remove any lacquer. But otherwise that's actually quite nice. There's a bit of paintwork on the bumpers to do, and the front wheel arch need doing because someone's already had an attempt at it and done a really bad job of it. So I'll just be stripping that back and starting again with that. Don't know if I had a scratch here or something like that. It's definitely not rotten. That's another good thing. The floor's absolutely immaculate. All the seals are like brand new. It's just been really looked after, and obviously kept in the garage, nice heated garage, and just really looked after. So whoever gets that is going to get a really good car. Just thought I'd chat away to you while I'm working away. To update you on what I've been up to. Been running around here and there to the post office and stuff, posting parts, things like that. Been shopping and bought some bits and pieces, some tools. Bought a new drill and some bits and pieces where I'm starting to make the spray bay. Started to buy some wood and stuff for that. I'm going to start with where the yellow section is of the roof there, where it's all, can't think of the word, the girders are already up there. Going to finish that off and turn that bit into an office, then come off that and make a spray bay. That's the plan, and that's what's going to happen. Do it bit by bit. Every time I've got a bit of money to put into it, I'll keep putting a bit more in, and hopefully without too long we'll have a bay up and be able to get in there and spray whole cars, or be able to take cars apart and spray bonnets, bumpers and stuff like that. Anything we need to do in a nice warm spray bay like we used to at the old garage. I do miss that spray bay we built. We built a really big spray bay with all the nice fans, lovely lights. Could get anything in there, from lorries to you name it, everything would fit in there. So hopefully we'll get to that position again. I'm just getting a few bits on this bodywork as well, because whoever done the touch-ups on the little tiny stone chips must have used a brush up here, like a 2-inch brush or something. They've just gone unbelievable, so I'm having to sand that off, and I'll obviously redo them properly with a tiny little brush and just blend it in, flatten it back, and that will look really good. Right, we're starting to look quite nice. So it's a case of just blowing it down now, and then we'll panel wipe over it. Why have we got no air? Definitely keeping me busy at the moment. It's pretty cold over here tonight, I must admit. Really cold. But sanding away definitely keeps me warmer. I've got to come off here in a little while and jump onto a premiere with you guys and come and have a chat. I always love doing that. So if you're watching the videos and you see a premiere come up, you can always jump in and join in with the chat. People come in and chat away and say hello to each other, comment about what's going on. Feel free, you're welcome to do that. I've also got a TikTok account where I post other stuff that I don't post on the old YouTube. What I'm looking for when you sand it down like this, you'll see like little ringy bits or little bits of dust sitting on top if there is any. This just shows you where you need to go. Like I need to do that tiny bit there, and then when I start buffing and cutting and polishing and all that sort of stuff, that will just shine up lovely and everything will look brilliant. Right, I think you get the idea of what I'm doing there, so I'm going to do the rest of the bumper and the side bits I've sanded, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Okay, so after sanding the front and back bumpers and getting them all nice and smooth and getting any little imperfections and stuff off them, I've moved on to the wings. I actually decided to sand the whole front bonnet. As you can see, if I go a bit closer, there was a load of patches that had just been touched up with a household paintbrush or something. They were huge. So I've got in there and I've gone down through the grades, smoothed them back out again, but obviously made quite a mess of the bonnet now. Done some on the wings. This all the way along here was literally just painted like you would with Dulux. It was unbelievable. So I sanded that completely out. I've done that little repair on the side here, got rid of that. There was another one there, another one there, another one in this rear quarter. Sort of never ending. All this back bumper's all sanded through all the grades. It's all nice and smooth now. It's all blended in behind the tow bar on this side. Looking pretty good. Can't really see the roof, but I think the roof is good as far as I know. I need a good old wash, but at this time of night, I thought I'd just carry on. See these here? That's sort of what's around the car. They're the tiniest little touch-ups that you need if you even need to bother. And they're just a massive grip. Splodge, splodge. Another one there, look. Huge grip things, so they're no good. They're all got to come off. I definitely won't sell a car like that. There's another huge grip one there, look. No good at all. So tomorrow, another one there. I mean, what's that all about? Why would you splodge a massive grip bit like that on there? So tomorrow I'm going to get it outside. We're going to give it a really good steam clean, get it all completely fingered down. And then we'll chamois it all down and get it all nice and dry. Do the rest of the repairs and stuff like that we've got to do. And then we'll start buffing a few panels and see what we get. And what we'll do is, because that absolutely kills your arms to go through all the grades that I go through, is we'll do bits and pieces on this in between other cars, just to give my arms a rest now. But definitely want this one done pretty soon. All the mechanical was all done last week. We've still got to go through all this interiors yet, even though it's all been hoovered really well. That still needs a really good wet back. It's looking okay. I've done all the back end inside the boot and stuff like that. Took it all outside and really scrubbed that and steamed it and all sorts. That's all nice and clean, but the rest ain't. So we need to get that bodywork finished. There's a couple of minor scuffs on the wheels that I'm just going to touch in because they're not really that bad. I'm talking about things like that. If you can see that there, if I go close, just little tiny little curb marks. There's a bigger one there we've got to get rid of. If I get a really tiny fine artist brush, I'll be able to brush them in, give them a little sand and a buff, and they'll look like new wheels again. There's a proper way of doing things, and then there's a not so much a bodge up way of doing things, but just a way of people do stuff that don't really know what they're doing, I suppose, just to stop the rust coming through, I suppose. And so I suppose the chap who had it before done a good thing by covering up the little stone chips and stuff. They were just a bit way too big. So we'll turn this car into a nice booty. That will take time, as you can see. But I do loads and loads of other stuff in between, so they all sort of get done together. It'll be all of a sudden I'll have like 3 or 4 cars done. Looking at the old boat today, I've noticed that the tubes on this side are getting a little bit soft. That side's still good, and that back one's really rock. This one here has actually gone quite soft now. We've had it about a week, and that was only half pumped up when we got it, so it's not bad. But I've been under here, and there's a repair there, so it might be a case of taking that off and redoing that. I know all these soils need re-sticking. I did find just a little bit of damage there. So that could actually be this one here. just letting it go down and not actually a repair. So we might have to just re-glue that bit there. But either way, we'll get it sorted and it stays up for days anyway. I mean, you could go out on it for a whole day and it wouldn't go down. But it's always nice to have them right, isn't it? So maybe we'll have that repair done, get it mint, or we'll do it ourselves. There is actually kits where you can unstitch these. You can slide a new tube inside and then just pop it out where the valve is and, you know, sort of re-glue it all up. So there's always options, it's not a problem. That will get done and sorted. When I get a chance, I'll get round it, we'll get it all cleaned up, steamed, we'll get in there and clean all inside there, get all them rust patches and stuff off, and sort of go from there really. We've got a repair up here to do on this front panel. Someone's had to go at it and sort of half left it. Them bits where they're white, I think they're meant to be a creamy colour like that. So we'll do them a different colour, I think. Not really sure yet. Or we might attack them with the jet wash and we might get the original colour back. We'll have to see. But yeah, that should definitely come round and tidy up. It's actually in really good nick. It's just been kept in the garage with loads of stuff on top of it. And obviously there was some stuff that had a bit of rust or got a bit wet and stained the flooring. Underneath wise, all the hull and stuff is actually really, really good. There's a couple of little marks down the bottom of them just where it come on and off a trailer. So them the rubbers and stuff down there needs sorting out, so how it go on and off. Don't keep scratching the bottom of the boat. But under there can be done. I'm not sure if it's strong enough for me to turn it over. So I could just do the bottom half or, you know, set it up on its tubes. I think we'd have to take the centre console out to do that, but that wouldn't be too much of a problem, I don't think. Don't think it'd hurt the back seats. Obviously the engine would have to come off. We'll see. I'd like to get out on the water first and get a feel for it and see what it's like. Sort of steering out there on the back. Because on the back end here someone's been playing. And the rod, this rod here, obviously it's not the right one, it's just been made up. So when you turn the steering to where it is now, that actually pulls the bar out of the steering. This bar actually needs to be straight across there and then come downwards. So we'll get the proper bar and the proper kit. We'll get that sorted so we can steer left to right as far as possible. Things like these stickers and stuff need to be replaced. So all of that. I can't feel it. All of that on there will look nice. All this paintwork just needs redoing. It won't take too much. Probably going to get rid of that red in the bottom there. And then we can try it really. We've got to sort out this plug here because we can't go out in the water with the plugs out and they're only screwed in, so I think we'll have a look at them before we do anything and give them a reseal or maybe even replace them. Need to know 100% that all this stuff's not going to leak because that wouldn't be good. Definitely not what you want. But yeah, bit by bit. I mean, to be fair, I think I could probably spend a weekend on it and get it ready enough to take it for a spin, to be honest. So I'll probably do that at some point. And so we'll get some cleaner for the tubes and we'll give them a really good clean up. You can actually repaint them, but I think grey looks okay at the moment. It's more of a case of getting out there and getting on the water and seeing what it ride like and seeing what it's like for what we want to do with it. Obviously we want it for days out and having a bit of fun. We also want to put the rods out. Not quite sure where we'll put the holders and stuff yet, but we'll work something out so that can hold some rods. Probably down the back there somewhere. In between them two seats there's actually a little bar which is under the seats. So we could quite easily put a couple of rod rests on that and fish off the back of there. Someone can sit on the front here and we could put a rod rest off one of these, or we could just put a new one in on the actual tubing. There's lots of ways of doing it, lots of things we can do. So that's what we'll be doing. But anyway, we'll get back onto this one tomorrow. I think I'm going to go home now. It's just about midnight. I'm going to have a nice hot chocolate. Put my head down for a few hours. I'll probably watch a bit of YouTube when I get in. I always do, just to wind down. Get a few hours in. And then I'll probably be up again at 7 and doing it all over again. Morning guys. Oh, I'm knackered today. I got to bed just after 4 I think, and I was up again at 7, so I'm feeling pretty rough, but we're on our way back over the unit again. I just spent the last couple of hours sort of looking at wood and pricing up what the frame's going to cost, what screws and stuff I need, boards, drills, connections to connect it all into the concrete and stuff like that, and into the steel girders, all that sort of stuff. So I've been having fun with that lot. It's not too cheap by the looks of things, but we'll get started and start doing bit by bit. Mr. Posty doing his rounds. Right, we've got like an overcast day, bit of blue sky, sun's out to the right, it's fairly warm, 8 degrees, it's not terrible. Still got a horrible northeasterly wind though. As you can probably see, we've still got loads of flooding. Most of the Broads and that is coming over in most places at the moment, filling up the fields again, flooding out the local businesses, etc, etc. This is Hickland we're going through at the moment. This is what's on the news at the moment, that poor chap who's gone missing. His boat drifted off into the reeds and someone found it with no one on it, his dog was still on it. And they think he fell in the water. But they've been using all their sonar scanning equipment and stuff and haven't found him yet. It's been a good while now. I think it's been nearly a week. So it's not looking too good for him if he has actually fell overboard. So we're in the unit. How's it going, everyone? Back on the old Volvo for a bit. If you remember all them bits I showed you yesterday, we're gonna get the old buffer, do some compounding, do some polishing, stuff like that. Go around this and see if we can get a really good shine on it. So I'll do that now. I'll bring you back in a few hours time, see where we are, show you what sort of shine we're getting. And at some point we're gonna have to give it a wash because it's absolutely covered. But I'm going to try and get away with that at the moment, and we'll see where we can go. I need to get some cutting compounds and stuff on it and see what it's actually going to come up like, see what it's going to do before I go any further. So let's do it. Whew. Arms are dropping off. So this is what I've been up to for the last couple of hours now. Done all the front bumper, both front wings, done this side of the bonnet about 3 times. Now doing this side, probably gonna have to do it like 6 times all in to get it 100%. So it's coming up, it's looking really nice, but whew, that's definitely hard work. But if you look at the condition of the rest of the car, you can see that's lovely and shiny, it's starting to look really good. But that's how the rest of the car looks, so that's not much good. And all the roof is pure white, screen's pure white. But I just wanted to make sure this front end was gonna cut and detail down to how I normally like it. That's what we got, so I'll carry on doing that probably for another hour or so, get that bonnet as good as the wings and bumper, and then I'm probably going to have to take it out and give it a wash. Now I know it's going to shine. Okay, so I'm having a bit of a break from mopping over the old Volvo, just filling this up with diesel. I need to get it outside and get it blasted over. Might give the Rover a quick blast first. This old machine holds quite a bit. You get through quite a bit when you got it on steam as well, and hot, runs at 200 degrees. Another juggling. Get rid of that. We'll just put it around the back here in the corner. Right. Give this Rover a quick blast, shall we, and then we'll have a move around and get the Volvo out. Alright, yeah, quick blast on the old Rover. Just to get the mud off the sills and stuff and the bottom of the doors. Wheels, etc. Little mark out, need polishing off. What's going on there? I've not turned the water on. Nope. Machine was full. Got to bleed it through the system now. Should take a minute. Not going too crazy with it, just want to get the mud off it where I can, or I go through the lanes. I go home every night, it's all muddy and yucky. All fluff from the fields on there. move this out of the way. Let's get this Rover out of the way. The Volvo out, it should start. Had it on charge all night. Fun to driving wheelies, but we're only going around the side there. Quick 5-minute steam clean, soon cleans it up. Should be enough, to be honest. Ooh. Move this cable out of the way, we don't want to run over it. Split it, this is this brand new cable. Oh, hose, whatever you want to call it. Right, Volvo, be good and start. Come on, girl. Lovely. Not bad at all. And the trouble is, trailers are right my way now, so I'm a bit over. Bit of manoeuvring to get out. We should be able to do it. You have to do a bit more. Yeah, we're out. Engine hoisting parts and that were in the way. And as you'll probably see, this is filthy apart from the front end that I've done. Let's see what we can do with it and make it look nice. Oh. First thing to do is get that massive layer of sand and dust off it. Literally change colour in front of your eyes. So much dust on it. inside of the door's like pretty good actually. Worth doing the door cards sometimes when they're all really dirty. Looking pretty nice on there. Inside the boot's pretty good. Before anyone says I'm spraying all of the electrics and stuff all on the doors and like electric windows and all that sort of stuff. Been doing it over 30 years, never had no trouble. Same under the bonnet. Could be a lot easier if I could take the seats out inside the car and blast them all down, but that's a lot more work. Right. Right, blast straight this engine bay. To be honest, it's actually really clean. I think I've done it a couple of times, you know, since I've had the car, because we driven us around for a bit. And obviously I keep all my cars quite clean, so I can see if we get any oil leaks or water leaks or anything. So that gives you a sort of quick click through of what I've just done. I've obviously spent a lot more time on what you've just seen. You get the idea. I'm going to give the engine bay a proper degrease and stuff like that. We'll do all that off camera, and then we'll dry it out and carry on with the valet side of it. I think while it's drying, I'll take you for a spin in the Fiesta. Let you have a look at this Fiesta. So I've literally just scrubbed every wheel by hand. Just down to soaking a bit now. Should come up pretty well. not bad. Under the bonnet seemed to come up quite nice. This obviously can be flat till we put all the stuff on that on it, but pretty good. All our repairs on the front. As you can see, you'd never know I'd even done them, would you? They look brand new. That's exactly what we want. Right. Right, I think the Volvo's at a point where it can come back in without dripping too much water all over the floor. So we'll get that moved. Seat's soaked. I don't really want to get soaked, but is it soaked? It's damp. Let's get in. Yeah, that's wet. Right, it's a case of getting it dry now. What we'll do is I'll just whack the heater in later on while I'm not doing anything, sort of thing. Keep all the doors open. Need to get as much water off it as possible. There's no point in cutting and polishing it while it's soaking wet. Make sure the interior light's not on, because we'll end up with a flat battery again. Right, I'll get the airline and blow that all down, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch me do that. Right, let's have a look at this Fiesta, shall we? See what it's like. Hopefully it'll start. It's actually got a brand new battery on, so it should do. I'll warn you now, it's absolutely filthy inside. Oh, start straight away, that's all good. Nice soft power steering. So, I'll give you a little look. Put it at an angle so I can work down that side. But I'll give you a little wander around it first. So what we got is wing repair here. Someone's relacquered the wing or redone this wing, or it's just peeling. So we've got to sort that one out. Trim's a bit scuffed up. Got some oil patches on the bottom of this door, which I actually thought were rust in the photos of the advert of it. So that was a bonus. Quarters alright. This is all just muck around the handles, around the windows, stuff like that. Normal stuff. Mould in the roof. Just hasn't really been cleaned too well. Got stickers and stuff to contend with and take off, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Got a few little scratches on the bottom of the boot there, but we should be able to sort them out. Scuff on the back bumper. Obviously that'll need blending in. Even got green underneath the lights and stuff like that. More stickers. This side's pretty tidy actually, apart from the front wing bit. There's a weeny little dent in the door there, but I'm going to leave that probably. And then we just got a bit of damage around this side, edge of the wheel arch, into the bumper. So it looks like I might as well paint the bumper and the wings and get these all tidy. Or I might just blend them in across there. That's hard to blend silver, so we'll have to see. As for the inside, look at them seats. Yeah, do I try and scrub them, get them nice, or do I just replace them? Carpets and everything are all the same. Absolutely filthy seat, but apart from that they're all clean. Passenger seats just as rough, but look inside, all the down between the seats and everything. We're definitely going to have to take the seats out of this one. Give the old carpet a really good scrub. All the dash, everything just needs a really good going over. But the good thing on this one is you look at the mileage, 76,000. Do nicely. So that's pretty much what it is. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's got aircon, electric windows, all that sort of stuff. There is a bit of damage on the front here actually as well I've got to do here. Nothing too major though, should be able to sort that out. And we'll just paint the top half of the bumper. Get rid of that sticker. Bonnet looks like it's pretty good apart from a tiny stone chip on the edge here. No, it's not even a stone chip, it's a bit of dirt. So that's pretty good. So, yeah, not too bad. Nothing I ain't done before. Nothing we can't do. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get some of them bits of oil and stuff off on the bottom of that door on the side there. Give it a bit of a blast over. And we'll go from there. Let's see if this oil or tar or whatever it is will come off. So it'll save me some work if it will. It should do. Not quite sure what it is though. Well, that's helping already. It's actually removed it by the looks of it. This is my own like mixed solution I've got in here. I've got a bit of all sorts of things. Interior cleaners, engine cleaners, wheel cleaners, and all sorts all just mixed together. But that does the job for me, it's always worked. And that gets sort of 99% of stuff off. Just do this bottom half of the door. So I ain't really doing this car yet, I just wanted to show you it and didn't really want to leave them bits to be honest. And when I finish the Volvo, I've got the exhaust, or part of the exhaust for the Focus now. I just need a straight pipe bend. Now I've got a twin exit for the end. It comes through the bumper. So we'll get the Volvo and the Focus finished really. Get them MOT'd. Yeah, so whatever that was, I think it was tar by the looks of it. Still a couple of bits that it's going to need a stronger solution, but it's all coming off pretty much. That was as much as I needed to get off of this anyway. And my other stuff will literally get rid of all the tires and all that sort of stuff as well. So when we do it properly, we'll really get on it and do it. I just want to do that bit. And we're just going to blast it off and see what we've got. See if that's got rid of a major bit already. Pretty impressed actually. This gun will strip all the lacquer off that for me. Trouble me, I get carried away when I start doing a bit. Trying to get all that moss out. All the wind's blowing all on my face there. I'm getting soaked. heating up the sticker area. The heat might just be enough to pull it off. Might have to heat up with a hot air gun or something like that. It's moving. Just have to get it hot enough to keep it moving. It definitely will come off. Whew, I'm so covered I feel like I just got out of the shower. I'm soaked. Cool. I'm absolutely drenched myself. Literally dripping. So as you can see, that will come off the door. It's not going to take too much to clean up the outside, and then there'll be a bit of body work, all the interior to do. Probably some new trims for this one, I reckon. I look back with a nice set of genuine trims with some Ford badges in the middle. These are the genuine ones, but they look better with some blue Ford badge, you know, proper era on the side. Right, I'm going to have to sort myself out now because I'm drenched. Whew, I had to go and completely strip down. I was literally dripping head to toe. Take my hat off and my tops and that off, bottoms, and dry them all out in the old office there, in the old caravan jobby. Whew. It's good, nice to get a hot chocolate and stuff anyway though, but yeah, got a bit wet. So I think I'm going to end this one here because the video is getting fairly long now. I like to try and keep them under an hour and a half, around an hour if possible. So if you think that's about right, let me know in the comments below. If you think it should be longer or shorter, let me know as well. And we'll adjust it and do things so everyone likes it. So thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you joining in on the premiere and stuff like that. And I'll see you all soon in the next one. It won't be long. I'll obviously start making the next one pretty much straight away. Thanks again, see you later.